About what? They'll get a definitely ground circulation going on.
Alright, good afternoon everybody. Give me a minute to make sure this stuff works. So I don't know if it does or not. Hang on, it's been a while. It's been a couple week or two here.
You know, if you do see anything, I can't. Yeah. If you got it on screen, let me know.
Looks like it's working. We're about to get into Nebraska here. I can't show you. Oh, there, it's working.
It's questionable.
You can see on Radar Omega we've got a couple severe warnings. This one over here on the left, that is for tennis ball size hail. I believe that's the most severe warning we have right now, and then the one off to the east or on the right is 1.5 inch hail. And I'm going to mute the audio for 1 second here just to test the sound. Hold on. Alright, everything's working, so I need to get fuel, and then we will continue south and figure out what we're going to do here. Just about canceled this today, too. I think this is the right target.
At 5:47 p.m., a severe thunderstorm was located 7 miles northwest of Page or 3 miles east of O'Neill, moving east at 35 miles an hour. Hazard, tennis ball size hail. Source, law enforcement. People and animals outdoors will be injured. Expect damage to roofs, siding, windows, and vehicles. Locations of active include O'Neill, Page, Inman, and Opportunity. This includes the following highways.
Alright, so I'm going to stop for fuel. I hope there's fuel up here.
At 318. Highway 281 between mile markers 170.
But these warnings, definitely worth going after. We're kind of between radar sites. It seems like the North Platte radar is seeing the one off to the west better, and Sioux Falls is kind of sort of seeing the one off to the east a little better. You see, these have rapidly developed here on Radar Omega.
Man, I wish your data was better right now.
But this might end up being the last stream of the month here, the way things are looking. So I think this might be the Missouri River. So we're in Nebraska here on the other side of this bridge.
It does look like there's a bit of a bowl above it where that circulation was, from what I can see on your screen when I get a couple glimpses.
So not expecting tornadoes today. Guys, I'm just gonna flat out say it, everybody's been calling today this big tornado outbreak since yesterday. No, it's not. And wow, way to pack that tar down there, guys. Jesus Christ. But we could have some significant hail. It sounds like we're getting reports of actual baseball or tennis ball size hail coming out of that storm near O'Neill. So hail and wind are our primary threats today. I would be very surprised to see tornadoes at this point. But it could still happen. But this is not a tornado outbreak like some folks are saying. I really need a fuel station.
Turn right.
I would imagine there would be one here. Yes, there is a fuel station down there. Alright, so we got down here in this town there is a fuel station. I got half a tank, but where we are going here is going to be a very rural area and our fuel options are going to be extremely limited. Extremely limited. There is a tornado warning in South Dakota, so okay. Yeah. Wait the outbreak. Yeah, O'Neill. This storm should be passing over O'Neill. So if you're in O'Neill, you should be getting clear of this shortly.
Windows and vehicles. Locations impacted include Awhile and Emmett. This includes the following highways. Highway 20 between mile markers 292 and 308. Highway 281 between mile markers 173 and 191. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. Tennis ball
Thanks, Patrick.
hail was reported 4 miles southwest of Emmett, Nebraska at 5:20 p.m.
Looks like we got a new severe warning coming out.
A severe thunderstorm warning has been issued until 6:15 p.m. for the following.
This looks like the storm's weakened substantially, though.
A severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until
Still right around the town of Hector, but I might be getting some strong RFD.
5:47 p.m.
I have no idea why it's not coming out over the weather radio here. Should be.
Force will be entered 35 miles an
Yeah,
hour.
I don't know.
Hazard, tennis ball
That's
size hail.
silly.
Source.
But we're going to be driving into that severe thunderstorm warning here.
People and animals outdoors will be entered.
I'm going to stop and get that fuel first, though.
Sighting, windows, and vehicles. Locations impacted include O'Neill, Page, East, and Opportunity. This includes the following highways. Highway 20 between mile markers 306 and 318. Highway 281 between mile markers 170 and 191. For your protection, Nebraska.
Yeah, it's like
Is this fuel station even open?
The National Weather Service
What the
in Omaha has issued a severe
That doesn't even have a credit card machine. Shit. Oh, there's got to be a modern gas station in this town. There's got to be.
In northeastern Nebraska, southwestern Cedar County in northeastern Nebraska until 6:30 p.m. At 5:43 p.m.
You're fucking kidding me.
Thunderstorm was located
Oh my God.
south of Plainview, or 17 miles north of
You got to be kidding me. There's no modern gas station in this town.
Hazard.
Oh, we're so screwed.
Turn right.
Nope.
Turn right.
All right. Well, we'll just figure it out, I guess.
In a quarter of a mile,
Great.
turn left.
No idea how there's no modern fuel station in this town. 'Cause they're literally an island in the middle of nowhere out here. Unreal. Shit.
Thunderstorm will be near. Around 5:55 p.m.
Well, figured out.
Randolph around 6:20 p.m. Other locations impacted by the severe thunderstorm include the Highway 81 and 20.
It's got major
Turn left.
I guess, a bunch of trees.
All right, so we kind of got to weasel our way down Highway 14 here, Nebraska State Route 14.
For the following counties in Nebraska.
Yeah, they have a car dealer, but no modern gas station. I don't understand.
National Weather Service in
I don't know if that last one came through or not, but I missed most here translation.
I'm sure that other gas station took cards, but it looked like one that you had to go inside and give them your card. I just do not have time, unfortunately.
These pulling leaves off the trees and stuff right now.
There's our storm.
Is the road you're on paved or is it dirt? Is it something I'm going to have an issue with when it rains or no? It's maybe up until where you see my location where I'm at now.
Highway 281 between mile markers 173 and 191. For your protection, move to an interior.
Yeah, I almost canceled the stream because it looked like garbage here. This storm is dying, absolutely dying. The one to the east is probably the better storm, but we just don't have road options, so we're just going to have to figure it out. At least we were getting on a freaking storm, you know. That's better than sitting at a gas station. A lot of folks have been asking, oh, why don't you just go live when you leave the hotel and all this stuff. I'm like, I appreciate the suggestions, guys, but that would hurt my channel, right? So people know this as a storm chasing channel, and the majority of people that watch the storm chasing, hold on, I'm going to spin you around. The majority of people that watch the storm chasing want to see severe weather or some sort of adventuring. Me sitting in a quick trip parking lot for 4 hours before the storms happen, people are going to click on the video and they're going to be like, oh, gross, and then they're going to click off of it. Oh, shit, why isn't that working? And then they're going to click off of it, and then that basically tells the YouTube algorithm that the video sucks, whether that's the intention or not. So, I have absolutely no joy in just sitting there streaming up parking lots. So, we go live when there's storms, and if there's no storms, I'm not going live. So that's why this was almost a cancel. And I appreciate the warm comments where folks are like, oh, we'll watch anyway. Well, I appreciate that, but unfortunately, we have to look at it from a business perspective too, because without a successful stream, we have zero revenue, and without revenue, we have no fuel in the tank, and that's a problem.
We're getting a visual on some rotation here.
It's just been a real slow past 3 weeks here for some reason. Weather pattern kind of crapped out.
Like not screaming anything tornadic yet.
Which isn't very common this time of year. Usually it's fairly busy in August.
I've been about to do a hit with Fox. So I'm going to be going south soon, but I'm definitely getting some outflow, so I try RFD right now.
So much for a view. Yeah, I'm just glad we didn't have to go to Yankton. I might have had to stop and have a word with Deputy Doofus up there. Yeah, it's a good thing we didn't go through there. I don't know if I could have kept my mouth shut. Don't really have much respect up there. No offense to you folks that live in Yankton, but from what I gathered the night of that accident from the folks that live in Yankton, we shared the same opinions, so I doubt anybody's offended. Hold on, I'm trying to get you guys pointed over at that storm. These trees come from. It sucks.
Way off in the distance, I can see a pretty big lowering in my southwest. Severe thunderstorm warning in this area, effective until 6:30 p.m. Destructive softball size hail. Copy that. Yes. The O'Neill part of this for softball size hail. It's 4-inch diameter hail. That is very big. That's what she said.
Prepare immediately for large destructive hail capable of producing significant damage. Inside a strong
Look at that. Oh, well, hold on. Hold on. There you go. Now you can see it.
Inside of the sturdy structure and stay away from windows. A severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 6:30 p.m. for the following counties: Hull, Nebraska. At 5 p.m., the sky was partly sunny in winter.
It is not factory smoke. That is an updraft. I know it looks like factory smoke.
Humidity was 64%. Wind was northeast at 14 miles an hour. The pressure was 30.13 inches and falling. Elsewhere in the area, Mitchell was cloudy at 77. Yankton was mostly sunny at 85. Mobile was mostly sunny at 85. Easton was mostly sunny at 79. Once again, at 5 p.m. in winter, the sky was partly sunny with a temperature of 75.
Testing.
Oh, you
6
heifer.
p.m. The sky was partly sunny in winter.
Private.
The temperature
Radar
was
Omega.
75 and the dew point
Event.
was 2.
Interrupt. SFF. STS talk around. STS main.
15 miles an hour. The pressure was 30.10 inches and falling. Elsewhere in the area, Mitchell was cloudy at 74. Yankton was sunny at 84. Once again, at 6 p.m. in winter, the sky was partly sunny with a temperature of 75. The current time is 6:02 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Operating on a sub 162.425 megahertz. This is NOAA Weather Radio Station KXX25.
Yeah, that's the 4-inch hailstorm over there. I don't think it's they're gonna continue the warning for 4 inches. The warning up this part of the storm this morning here is warned for 4 inches. This is for 1.75. So we'll see what they do here.
Until 6:15 p.m. At 5:33 p.m. The thunderstorm was located just west of O'Neill, moving at 35 miles an hour. Hazard, 10 small size hail. Source, public. Impact, people and animals outdoors will be injured. Expect damage to roofs, siding, windows, and vehicles.
There's not a whole lot there. Like, we can see the updraft column. We can see the precipitation coming out of it, but it's not a very dense looking storm. It definitely looks like it's dying. Yeah, that is confirmed softball size hail falling. I guess it's been observed and measured. That place totally takes a card, but oh well.
Thunderstorm was located 5 miles an hour. This is a destructive storm for locations along Old State Highway 108. Age. Hazard. Softball-sized hail. Source. Trained weather spotters. Impact. People and animals outdoors will be severely injured. Expect shattered windows, extensive damage to roofs, siding, and vehicles. Locations impacted include O'Neill, Page, Newman, and Opportunity. This includes the following highways: Highway 20 to 3 mile markers 306 and 318. Highway 281 between mile markers 170 and 191. This is a dangerous storm. Prepare immediately for launch.
Beautiful updraft, rain-free base over there. Check that out.
People outside should move to a shelter inside a strong building and away from windows.
Okay, you can stop doing this now.
Seek shelter now inside a sturdy structure and stay away from
Christ. Alright, severe thunderstorm warning for this area for destructive 3-inch hail. Alright, so we got baseball size hail up here. So they did upgrade our warning to 3-inch hail, which is large apple sized.
Yeah, the winds inside this thing are incredible right now.
Alright, so we got hail to the size of large apples. Apparently that's 3 inches.
What? The wind inside of this thing is insane right now.
Central Daylight Time. Operating on a frequency of 162.425 megahertz. This is NOAA Weather Radio Station KXX.
Oh, I know.
But here's a look at it on Radar Omega. Doesn't look super impressive, folks. At least not on radar.
The National Weather Service in Sioux Falls and serves Lake Francis Cape and the surrounding area. The National Weather Service in North Carolina.
Okay, so when the road went from paved to dirt, was there a stop sign or any sort of forewarning? Yeah, there's a stop sign. Like a state route or something going east west.
5 miles an hour. Hazard.
I'll probably just go east on that state route then.
We get a little bit farther south, guys. Maybe we can find a west option here. Get a little closer to this thing. Look how pretty that is, though. That's actually pretty nice looking. There's just not much to it. Real skinny updraft. It definitely looks like it's dying. It's probably about to crap out completely. Might have to go east.
Thunderstorm warning has been issued until 6:15 p.m. for the following counties: Nebraska. The thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 6:30 p.m. for east central Lowell County. At 5:15 p.m.
Pretty high base. About what we would expect. Definitely thought it would look more robust than that. But that's the updraft tower, the updraft column.
Source, trained weather spotters. Impact, people and animals outdoors will be severely injured. Expect shattered windows, extensive damage to siding and vehicles. Location of active O'Neill, Page, Inlet, and Opportunity. This includes the following highways: Highway 20 between mile markers 306 and 318. Highway 281 between mile markers 170 and 191.
That actually might be a nice photo opportunity here in a minute.
Prepare a lethal large destructive hail capable of producing significant damage. People outside should look for shelter inside a strong building and away from windows. The storm has
Thanks, Brad.
destructive winds and large damage in hail. Seek shelter now inside a certain structure and stay away from windows. Remains in effect until 6:30 p.m. for the following county: Nebraska.
Alright, looks like we might have a hilltop here.
Sunny and winter. The temperature was 70. The relative humidity was 64%. Wind was northeast at 16 miles an hour. The pressure was 30.10 inches and falling. Elsewhere in the area, Mitchell was cloudy at 74. Yankton was sunny at 84. Once again,
no, freaking tree right there. God dang. If I would have stopped there, that tree would have been right in my way.
Current time is 6:09
Shit.
p.m. Central Daylight Time. Operating on a frequency of 162.425 megahertz. This is
Damn it, we need a hilltop here quickly.
broadcasting from a
I'm not doing it where these power lines are. That's going to look
Our
terrible.
program originates from the National Weather Service in Sioux Falls and serves Lake Francis Keys and the surrounding area. The National Weather Service.
Oh, shit. Should have stopped at that one back there, I guess.
North central Nebraska until 6:15 p.m. At 5:33 p.m., a severe thunderstorm was located just west of O'Neill, moving east at 35 miles an hour. Hazard, 7 ball-sized hail. Source, public. Impact, people and animals outdoors will be injured. Expect damage.
No, that way's not going to work. Son of a bitch.
Location of active include O'Neill.
Not doing too good here, guys.
Includes the following highways: Highway 20 between mile markers 292 and 308. Highway 281 between mile markers 173 and
It said work, but I need somewhere to get the damn truck parked, you know, like perpendicular to the
The
road.
lowest floor of a building. Tennis ball-sized hail was reported 4 miles southwest of Emmett, Nebraska at 5:20 p.m. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
These
until
damn trees over here on the
6:15
right.
p.m. Following
It's not-
county, Hull,
Well.
Nebraska. A severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 6:30 p.m. for east central Hull County. At 5:58 p.m., a severe thunderstorm was located 7 miles.
I'm just going to nose in here. We got four-wheel drive, so whatever.
O'Neill, moving east at 35 miles
How's that?
an hour. This is a destructive storm for locations along Old State Highway 108, north of Page.
All right, let me do some photo opportunities here.
Hail. Source, trained weather spotters. Impact, people and animals outdoors will be severely injured. Expect shattered windows, extensive damage to roofs, siding, and vehicles. Locations expected include O'Neill, Inland, and Opportunity. This includes the following highways. Highway 20 between mile markers 306 and 318. Highway 281 between mile markers 170 and 191. This is a dangerous storm. Particularly for large destructive hail capable of producing significant damage. People outside should move to a shelter inside a strong building and away from windows. The storm is producing destructive winds and large damaging hail. Seek shelter now inside a sturdy structure and stay away from windows. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 6:30 p.m. for the following county, Awhile, Nebraska. At 6 p.m., the sky was partly sunny in winter. The temperature was 75 and the dew point 62. The relative humidity was 64%. Wind was northeast at 16 miles an hour. The pressure was 30.1. Elsewhere in the area, Mitchell was cloudy at 74. Yankton was mostly sunny at 84. O'Neill had thunder at 78. Ainsworth was mostly sunny at 80. Once again, at 6 p.m. in winter, the sky was partly sunny with a temperature of 75. The current time is 6:13 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Operating on a frequency of 162.425 megahertz. This is your weather radio station KXX.
Alright, that is a super pretty storm. Even if we zoom in on this thing, look at the detail in that.
From the National Weather Service in Sioux Falls and serves Lake Francis Case and the surrounding area. The National Weather Service in North Central Hall County in North Central Nebraska.
Awesome detail in that thing.
15 p.m. At 5:33 p.m., a severe thunderstorm was located just west of O'Neill, moving east at 35 miles an hour.
Let me see if I can get this posted quick.
Hail. Source, public. Impact, people and animals outdoors will be injured. Expect damage to roofs, siding, windows, and vehicles. Locations impacted include O'Neill and Emmett. This includes the following highways. Highway 20 between mile markers 292 and 308. Highway 281 between mile markers 173 and 191. Protection moved to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. Tennis ball-sized hail was reported 4 miles southwest of Emmett, Nebraska at 5:20 p.m. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued until 6:15 p.m. for the following counties, Awhile, Nebraska. A severe thunderstorm warning remains.
I'd like to give a wide shot and show you guys the wide shot, but I'm recording with the 360 camera and stuff, so we'll let that do the wide shot later on, I guess. So I think this detailed look is really cool. Alright, that's posting now. Go check it out on X. Okay, there it went. What do you think, folks? Lots of detail in that updraft. I'll give you the wide shot for a minute.
Once you got east, were you able to get out of the precip fairly quickly?
Jesus, dude. What is going on with this thing?
What? Said it was pretty easy to get out ahead of it once you got east.
All right, guys, I'm going to switch you over to the phone, take you out of the car for a minute. Hold on a second, guys.
South.
Hold on, guys. I'm trying to get this to switch to the phone here, but it's not. Oh, hold on. I know why. 1 second.
Yeah, so it looks like a pretty good lowering off the southwesterly. So it's
Okay, we should be coming up on the phone now. Yep. Oh, please don't stop. Sorry, guys. It's not that I'm trying to be like an antisocial jerk. It's just
I want to drop south or if I want to keep going north.
like when we're kind of in the moment like this, I really don't like being distracted. I really don't. Damn it. All right, so we got the Insta360 camera up there rolling. And what you're looking at over there, that's our updraft. You can see the striations. I really shouldn't stand in the path of that camera. Got the beautiful striations. You can see this basically like a corkscrew. And here, our hail's back there in that big white shaft. There's 3 inches in that white shaft back there. Probably shouldn't have said that like that. My God, just incredible structure on this thing. How's the audio on this device? Oh, come on, buddy. Keep going. Keep going, dude. Yes, sir? Yes, sir? Hello? What's that, sir? Oh, yeah, there's big hail back there. Oh, yeah, I believe it. Oh, my God. Oh, I'm just going to stop talking. Don't get me wrong, folks. Here's the deal. Like, this sounds horrible, and some kid on Reddit's going to take this out of context. But, like, this dude's, like, on a blind hill, stops to tell us that there's big hail in there. Like, I appreciate it. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I get it. That's part of why we're out here. But at the same time, you got to remember that we're doing a job here and stuff. So I guess I got to stop acknowledging people because that could have been an accident, honestly. Because he was stopped right over the freaking hill. Stopped right there over that hill. It about got ass packed. So, but wow, look at this, guys. So yeah, we got some inflow feeding the storm. That's why we got that low cloud feeding in there, and that's going up our updraft. You see right there, we got this like cut, this little clear slot in there. Right here, this is really high base. If that was lower, we might even expect a tornado, but this base is high. That's bright white right here. That's our hail core. Big hail, too. 3 inches. Oh, is this guy stopping too? No, he's going. Usually if you put all the lights on, people don't bother you because they realize you're doing something, but I guess not today, which is fine. You know, like I said, folks, it's not to be antisocial. It's just when I'm juggling, like right now I'm juggling, you know, I got a phone there, I got a phone there, I got a radio over there, I've got lots of stuff that I'm trying to make sure is in frame. We got a remote camera up there, we got a camera in the dash streaming, just lots of stuff. And if I start talking and I get sidetracked and distracted, and then we miss things. And I've driven what, 1,100, well, 700 miles to get out here. You know, we got to make sure it counts. And make sure we don't screw up. Yeah, beautiful looking storm though. Look at that, the sun's being blocked out by that hail core. Radar Omega is just on the front windshield camera there, kind of sort of time-lapsing this, but my God, folks, like this right here makes the day worth it. Beautiful looking storm. Constant roar of thunder up there too. We've also got another storm over there. You hear that? That's not an airplane, that's thunder. Constant thunder. Alright, we're gonna look at radar Omega and see what it shows. I want to be on. Looks like it might be crapping out. This is what we're looking at here. That's this storm. This storm over here by Randolph. That's this. And guys, I'm gonna start streaming with my S24 Ultra here at some point and replace this Motorola. But this is like a freaking $1,500 phone, so we're a few super chats away from that. Just kidding. I'm not soliciting money here. I'm just saying that when I get out of the vehicle here, when this gets replaced, we're going to start streaming with this, so we have a wider lens. This will become the backup. But I'm really focused in on this one over this storm over here. I think I need to move the interior camera a bit. Oh God. Alright, should we go wide angle? Oh, it is wide. Man, pretty. And again, we got that 360 camera right there, so I'm trying not to walk in front of the truck here. But man, look at this over there. That's even beautiful too on the backside. Sometimes the backsides of these storms are more impressive than the front. But we're about to get slammed by this hail core by the looks of it. But just a constant roar of thunder in there. It's crazy. It's warned for 1.75 inch hail now. It does look like it's crapping out. Yeah, that's really pretty over there too. I want to stay way away from that camera field of view. That's pretty over there too. Thanks for joining, everybody. Hold on here, I'm going to try to get a few pictures. Ooh, I don't know if I want that in there or not. I'm really picky with how I frame my photos. Oh, yes. See, I like to have something in them besides the storm. This is how I take all my pictures with this S24 Ultra. I'm a big iPhone fan as well, but this S24 has got a better zoom, optical zoom. That'll be nice. Picture's gonna look kind of like that. And I also like to get, see how there's this rule of thirds. You photographers know the rule of thirds, where you try to have something in each third of the screen. So I try to balance these out a bit. Like that tree's gonna take up the right third. That storm will take up the left third. And I put the horizon on that bottom third. Nice balanced picture. That's all I know. All I know is framing. I don't know anything about actual photography. Sorry, I'm trying to juggle all these things at once. And oh shoot, hold on. Sorry about juggling you guys around. Remember, one-man show here, so. Yeah, there's just not much. Oh shit, it's starting to rain. Damn it. Move this back a bit. I need to get this on a taller mount, but for now I want to put it back here so the Starlink doesn't obstruct it. Oh, the sticker right there. I need to get that on a little like 4-inch extension so it goes up over that stuff. Let me switch you guys back.
Roll over. Knox County has no deputies en route. Request NSP handle 20 Highway 59 southbound.
Sure.
DC 20.
Alright, help me out a little. Are we back in the car camera and everything? Everything working? Audio and shit? Alright, a bunch of cars coming out of nowhere here. Come on, car.
Lasted 4 minutes. What? 2 minutes ago, a phone funnel was reported most of the way to the ground, and it said it lasted for 4 minutes.
Look at radar. We'll get down here to the highway and head east. Hold on here, I want to spin you guys back the other way. Show you off here to the west.
Report for the National Weather Service Northwest. Operating on a frequency of 162.425 megahertz. This is NOAA Weather Radio Station KXI-25, broadcasting from a transmitter near Pickstown, South Dakota. Our program originates from the National Weather Service in Sioux Falls and serves Lake Francis Keys and the surrounding area. Your National Weather Service forecast for Pickstown, Wagner, and surrounding areas.
Yeah, this is, you know, I don't really care about tornadoes so much. It's just about getting on a storm that's pretty. And we found a pretty one.
In half a mile, turn right.
That's why we're out here. It's not about tornadoes or dumb stuff. It's about this right here. Wants me to turn. Why is it? Oh, it's trying to take me to O'Neill. That's why. We're gonna go farther south, guys. Let me spin you guys back around. Although, wait, do we have a bridge out up here, maybe? Road, oh, it's just road work. I thought it was a bridge out or something. We're all right. See if we can see anything here on this. Storm's crapping out. There's our updraft base. Now the video's not out of focus. It's raining, so there's water. Can't do anything about that, unfortunately. Sorry. Yeah, camera's in focus, guys. Like I said, there is water on the lens because it's raining, so that's I can't do anything about it, folks. See lots of comments about it. I just looked at the preview. It looks the same as it always does when it rains. I apologize. There's just nothing I can do about it right now. until it blow dries here. But it's still sprinkling quite a bit, so we're kind of screwed here. But it's better than staring at a black screen like that, so I'll take it. That's basically what we used to look at, was a freaking black screen all the time. Before we had all these other cameras and stuff, it was always just this, and that was it. But yeah, there's just no good solution to that. It's a hydrophobic lens, so I can't make it any more water resistant than it is. It just kind of sucks. Everybody's always like, "Oh, put Rain-X on it." That doesn't do it. It's a hydrophobic lens. Rain-X ain't gonna do shit, but it's just the geometry of the lens, and it's kind of rugged, so it's got some texture to it on the outside, and it's just, there's a rim around it, so it's not very easy to get the water to blow off of it until you're moving fast, and even then, sometimes it gets trapped around the edges. But it's better than nothing. I guess I'll take it. The alternative is to put cameras like inside the car, looking through the windows, but that's going to be a pain. That just would be awful, probably. Okay, I'll go elsewhere. Why? What did I say now? I'll tell you, you can offend anybody these days just by sneezing.
1076.
Yes, the geometry of the lens. It is a circle set inside of another circle, so that's geometry meaning shape. So I guess I don't know. I'm just getting too far in depth here. Can't really see much of this damn thing because we're so far up on it. I need a wider lens. Like, this is a really wide angle lens. This is as wide as I can go without it getting distorted. I think this is what, 105, 110 degree field of view? No. I think it's 100 degree field of view. I think. I don't know. This is literally as wide as I can go without getting distorted. But I would like something wider, even if it is distorted, just to use so that we can see the whole thing when we're up close, and maybe mount the cameras on the same rotator and then just switch between them. That's going to be my project over the winter here. But this stuff's freaking expensive, guys. Like, it's expensive to experiment with this stuff because, like, oh yeah, I'll experiment with that. But it's going to be another $1,000 camera, you know, that might not work, which is the problem. You know, it's a lot of money gets dumped into research and development of this stuff, and frankly, a lot of the times it's a failure. Most of the stuff that I experiment with for the stream ends up being a failure, and it's nothing. It's nothing because of bad design or me being an idiot. I mean, if you ask Reddit, I'm the biggest piece of shit idiot there is, but I don't think I'm an idiot, and the problem is the only way to find out what works and what doesn't is you got to buy this stuff and try it, and this stuff's so freaking expensive. It's hard to justify pissing money down your leg on stuff that probably won't work, because most of the stuff won't, because you don't call up Sony and say, hey Sony, I need a live streaming setup to chase storms and tornadoes. You don't just go to Best Buy and buy that, so you got to build it. Like, everything I have here is custom, aside from the encoder and the switcher. Even the switcher is to a point, because I've had to take that thing apart and modify it a little bit because I was getting a lot of noise in the video from the alternator and stuff. News to be a thunderstorm warning for this area for 1.25 inch hail. But no. chaser to do IRL streaming like this with multiple cameras, angles, whatever, stuff like that was Nathan Moore. And everybody, you know, I said this, and someone came back and was like, well, Severe Studios was doing this in 2008. Yeah, awesome. Severe Studios was doing it in 2008 with a freaking MiFi at 144p and 200 kilobits a second and a fucking Logitech webcam. That's not what I'm talking about. You know, what I'm talking about, guys, is IRL in, you know, trying to put the audience where you're at, not this news hound bullshit. And Nathan was the first one to do that, as far as I know. And I think David was in there too. I don't know, but the first to do it on YouTube, and I'm not trying to brag, but the flat out truth is, folks, it was me. We started, was it 3 years ago? I got the idea. I'm like, you know, why don't we have a roof camera? So I went and I bought a GoPro, and I weatherproofed the GoPro. Now, a GoPro is waterproof until you put the media mod on it, but you need the media mod to get HDMI out. And obviously you need to get that HDMI out because you need the video from the GoPro to go into your encoder. You know, just sticking the GoPro up there, people aren't going to see what, you know what I mean? Like, you need to get that video into the car. Well, the media mod's not waterproof, and I've told GoPro, I've sent so many emails, I'm like, you guys should make a waterproof media mod and sell it for like $400. I'd buy it. People would buy it. Even if it's not waterproof, just water resistant, you know, to withstand rain, you know, like IP55 or something, you know, just low pressure rain, and no interest in it. Well, we're going to be heading west. And so I'm like, well, I'm going to make this work. So I weather sealed the media mod with all sorts of silicone, like clear RTV, the Permatex stuff. It lasted like 2 days, got water in it. Never fried the GoPro, but it kept frying the media mod. And I'm like, all right, how can I get smart here? So I thought, well, I could probably take the media mod, attaches to the GoPro with a USB-C plug, and it slides over the GoPro. I'm like, well, maybe I could take a USB-C extension cable and pull, pay no mind to that, that's an old alert, and pull the, hold on here, what's... And pull the media mod, the data for the media mod to go from, you know, digital back to analog or whatever. For the media mod, pull that out as one cable and then waterproof around that, and then put the media mod inside the car. That didn't work. It just wasn't compatible. There was just no way of physically moving basically moving the USB-C port from the GoPro to a cable to the car. It didn't work. It didn't work at all. It killed the GoPro. Like shit. So this goes on for a minute. We're just traveling right now to a new storm, so we'll continue because it's kind of interesting to some people. But just to show you the R&D that I've gone through to get to this point, and now everybody has literally copied everything I do, which is fine. But so that was step 2. That didn't work very well. Step 3, I took a waterproof box, drilled a hole in it, mounted the GoPro inside of it, and then, you know, shot out of the box with the GoPro. That worked. But there was so much wind resistance on it that it was always vibrating. It sucked. It worked, but it sucked. I didn't have a way to spin it. Daniel, who has done, you know, external cameras and stuff, so I guess I should include Daniel in there. You know, he's been doing it. Daniel had a very good design for a rotating device for the cameras that nobody else has figured out. I don't see anybody else doing it. Even these people that have claimed to figure it out, they're not doing it right. And we were kind of discussing some stuff, and we kind of compared notes, and we kind of both improved on this mount, especially after Firestone destroyed that on him. And, you know, basically I stole his design with his permission and then improved on it a little bit, and then he stole my design back. So it was a mutual, like, collab. And I'm like, well, you know, there's our rotating mount. So there was no way that was going to work with the GoPro. So I had to find a different solution. I kept burning through these media mods. So I took a media mod apart, took the circuit board, weatherproofed the circuit board. I actually put dielectric grease all over it, packed it full of Vaseline and dielectric grease trying to waterproof it. I couldn't do it. Couldn't waterproof the damn thing. And so I gave up on it. The only other option was to put a bunch of GoPros facing out the windows, and that's garbage. It's garbage. So I don't care what anybody says, it's garbage. It's not the cinematic look you want. And I kept looking around, and you'll see where Daniel comes into play on this here. But I finally found a waterproof broadcast camera, very expensive, but it would do what we needed it to do. And I'm like, son of a bitch, take my money. So I did. I called them up. They took my money. They sent me a camera. When the camera arrived, I looked at it, and I was like comparing notes with Daniel or something, and I sent him a picture, and he's like, "Oh, you fucking idiot! That's the camera I've been using for 4 years. Kangaroos. G'day." Yeah. And I'm like, you gotta be shitting me. So apparently this whole time he had the answer. I just never thought to, pay attention. But that's why I use the camera that I do, because it's waterproof. I have never changed this camera. I have been running this camera for 2 years. It's been through ice storms, snowstorms, tornadoes. It's been hit by flying debris, and it still works. And the quality on stream, it looks a little bit blown out, but when it's recorded locally in the car, man, guys, you can't beat it. It's very good quality camera. And that's kind of the R&D that was involved. It took me over a year to get a working external camera. Some of you guys remember, when I first put the camera, I had the Taurus, I'd put it on I actually had the Explorer. I would put it on the back lift gate, and it was stationary. It would only point one direction. We'd have to get out to move it. It sucked, but it was a start. And guys, I probably blew about $8,000 in research and development coming to the conclusion that I did. And there was no way around it, because there's just not. You have to buy an experiment, and after you've destroyed a GoPro, you can't just walk back into Best Buy and take it back. And it's been a long road, and that's where your viewer contributions go, folks. Like, it's all R&D. What I have in the truck right now and what I do, yeah, it's expensive, but it's all R&D. It's getting to this point that's cost a lot of money. With the switchers and the encoding, and then you've got the server side architecture, right? We're running custom Linux servers here, folks, that are running a lot of our server side of things for decoding, transcoding, all sorts of stuff before it even goes to YouTube. A lot of custom crap went into this, and I didn't do it all on my own. I had to pay a developer to help get to the point where I could continue developing it on my own. But, there was a cost for developers, 2.5-3 years ago. And we've come a long way, and I'm very proud of it. And I'm proud to have shared that experience with you folks. And but it's just, that's why it's rewarding when you get to come out here and see something like this. Because this is what you would be seeing if we didn't have all this technology. This is it. But we have the luxury of doing this. And a lot of folks went and literally copied the exact same thing that I did, and that's fine. That's how business works. Somebody comes up with an idea and they rip it off. I mean, look at Apple and Android, Samsung, and this and that, Microsoft and Steve Jobs, and I don't know, whatever. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Like the guy that does the R&D is always the one that foots the bill, but. I used to feel bad about saying this, but I am proud to say it, and I don't care anymore, and I am going to say it. I am proud to have been the first that did this way, and was successful with it on YouTube. With the exception of Daniel. We know that Daniel's been over here, doing multi-camera broadcast style IRL stuff like this, but he does it differently. He does it behind a Patreon and stuff. It's a different format. It's a different method, different audience. Not trying to throw punches at our friend from Australia here by any means. That's not what I'm doing, because he's the only one that's done this like this for this long. And I'm not throwing jabs at any of these new kids that are doing it either, guys. I'm just saying, like, it's one thing. That's why I take so much pride in this channel and try to make it the best that it possibly can be, because it has been an absolute pain in my freaking ass for the past 5 years to run this channel, and I've loved every minute of it. But it has been the biggest pain in the ass. It has been not only the best decision of my life, but it's also been the worst decision of my life, because it has absolutely screwed me time after time after time after time. And that's nothing the audience has done. It's nothing YouTube has done. It's just the nature of this. It's a pain in the ass. I should just go sit behind a computer and podcast all day. To be fair, though, those guys don't have it easy either. But there's a beautiful picture of a dying thunderstorm. That's what it looks like on our exclusive partner application, Radar Omega. Don't download any other freaking app. don't care what my affiliations are. We only promote this. This is the only partner that has stood behind me, made sure that we're out here, vehicle and repair wise and other logistics wise. It's Radar Omega right here on screen, folks. Not only have I been using them since before our partnership, but we continue to use them and we continue to rep them because this is the only partner that I've ever had that has stood by us and actually made sure that we've got what we need to have to do this job when things go to hell. So please consider checking out Radar Omega. You can actually see the live stream in the app. If you click on the Cyclone Port icon, you can also find all sorts of live cameras in there. It's a growing network of these stationary cameras. We've got Rapid Sweep, which is an add-on package once you purchase the app. If you would like to purchase it, you can get radar updates much, much quicker than competitors. Lots of customization in here, and I highly recommend checking that out. That is not, well, I mean, I'm not paid to say that. I mean, I'm paid, but I'm not paid to say that, if that makes any sense. If I thought this was a garbage app, if I thought it was shit, if I didn't like the business, I wouldn't be doing this, folks. When you download the app, you use the app, you're not only supporting this channel, but you're also supporting, a relatively small business and real people, not people in tech support in China. You're dealing with people here. You're supporting a business, so that's kind of a heartfelt thank you, folks, for choosing to utilize the application there, as well as the folks here on YouTube. So we killed our time. Oh, we're still talking about the Focus? Holy Christ. Oh, yeah, here, I'll fix, hold on, let me fix the Focus. Alright, hold on. Dollar General. God damn it, camera. Hold on. Focus.
I'm gonna hop off on the exit.
There we go. That's better. We can do better. There we go. That's better.
What? Saying I'm getting off this exit. I might.
I'm kidding. That was a joke.
Get a little bit into the inflow.
That was supposed to be funny. Hope no one took offense to that. I wasn't singling anybody out. That was just supposed to be funny.
If not, I'm gonna pull over just north of this interchange and get a view of this thing because it looks good to the north. It looks gnarly.
Yeah, I'm actually going to be getting a different front-facing camera, folks. These camcorders, they just don't.
Yeah, no.
The dynamic.
How fast that phone is,
The dynamic range on them, guys, it's fine. It's just like right now, it's okay. We have a nice even lit scene, but when you get storms blocking out the sun, the sky behind it blows everything out. Even with an ND filter, it doesn't do very good. These Sonys don't do that good. The Canons are even worse. From what I've been told, the Panasonics are a little better. But I just don't like it. So I think the roof camera, I actually might put a roof camera interior and then just use this handheld if we need to zoom in on something. So I am going to be working on that, folks. That's going to be one of my projects here before, March. November through March is kind of my development time when things are a little slower and I have time to monkey with stuff. Because I'm not super happy. It looks good most of the time, but all it takes is that one time when you want it to look good and it doesn't look good, and it's a huge disappointment. Because remember, folks, it might cost me $1,000, in hotels, food, gas, oil changes, all that stuff, just to go out for one storm. And then you show up at the storm and you can't get your camera to look good. Like, that really sucks. It really ruins it. So it's important to have it, acceptable. So that it's something I'm going to be kind of goofing around with here over the off season to find something a little bit better, because I'm just not super happy with it. It's fine. It's a good camera if you manually dial in the settings and you're constantly changing the, like right now I could probably put an ND4 on there, but if I turn around the other way, I probably need a freaking, ND32, and I can't do that while I'm driving. But these little broadcast cameras like this one, granted it's a little bit blown out right now, but that's because of a setting that I've got on there so that it switches to night mode quicker. Pay no mind to that. If I turn that off, it wouldn't be so blown out by the sun. But this one up there, really good dynamic range. It just handles a wide range of different lighting conditions a little bit better. So I might actually mount one of those interior. I even thought about mounting one on the hood. and using that, and then maybe putting a little air blower to blow the water off. I don't know, but it is a pain in the ass to do live streaming in these different lighting conditions. Honestly, and focus. Yeah, focus is a pain in the ass too, because it's hard to get things to focus through the glass. Like with this camera, it's got a really good autofocus. Really good autofocus. I can actually let it autofocus in the rain as long as the wipers are running. But all it takes is that one time for it. The problem is though when it has trouble finding its focus point, it never gets it again. Like it's fine, and then it just hits a brick wall and it just refuses to refocus. Like right now, I can take it off manual like this, go on auto, and zoom in pretty much as I want, even moving. I mean, sharp autofocus. Frame rate's kind of killing it there, but it's a nice quick autofocus, even with bugs on the windshield and stuff. But it's just a fixed focus camera is honestly a little bit better for what we're doing. I'll still keep this one in the passenger seat for handheld stuff. So like if we're pulled over on the side of the road and we want to zoom in on the tornado, we can do that. But if I'm stopped and I'm holding the camera in my hands, I can manipulate the zoom and the focus at the same time. It's no problem. Same with the settings, frame rate, all that stuff. Shutter speed, I can manually do that. But when you're driving, you need something that's kind of fixed settings. And this roof camera here really nails that. So I'd be experimenting with that, honestly. But this is probably as good as I've ever gotten. It's been much better than my Canon. The best thing that jackass ever did in California was steal that Canon camcorder, because that thing was a dog pile. That was the XA something. It's the 4K quote-unquote prosumer camera. Oh, what the hell? It's not the XA11 is the 1080p. Is the XA14, 17, whatever, XA21? I don't know. But it is a good camera. It's just sucked for this application. We've got our next storm up ahead. That's what you've been looking at. See it there on Radar Omega. It's warned for 1.5 inch hail. I think it's dying out. I think they're all dying out, honestly. We've had a good run so far. And I don't say that necessarily to discourage, but I think we picked the right target. I mean, that was a really pretty storm. I mean, we had Minnesota as a potential. We would have been okay up there, but visibility up there can be a pain. I'm not a huge fan of chasing in Minnesota. Stay in the lane. I think we picked a good target. So, even though I honestly thought we were gonna give up on that. At some point, I'll have to look at tomorrow, but I've got some air. I just don't think I'm going to be able to get east for tomorrow and stuff. I've got some stuff I need to get sorted out with this vehicle as well. So I might have to. Day 3, there's a slight risk in north central South Dakota, but I might have to sit that out, which sucks. But I'm trying to see if we can get back out to Colorado here somewhat soon, now that we have 4-wheel drive truck that's not wrecked again. And also, yeah, I know it's been slow lately, guys. This isn't normal this time of year. I would expect it to get busy again here in the high plains. Like it looks like this week is a wash a little bit, but I think maybe next week and the next weeks after that, I think it's going to get a little bit busy again here for us. But yeah, it's not over yet, folks. We're going to continue with this for a while. We're kind of coming in on the heels of this storm. What that is in the road. Freaking Wendy's box. I think tomorrow is a little bit of a wash for us too. It's so far east. So 18Z HRRR, if I remember right, had these storms kind of dying out. Maybe some storms producing wind coming into Sioux Falls around midnight, but then maybe some stuff developing on the Wisconsin-Illinois state line tomorrow. It didn't look that terribly great. But yeah, I really kind of don't want to sit out that day 3, but I have to get some stuff done on this truck. Just regular, maintenance stuff that's desperately needed. It's due. So I don't think that day 3. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, if we stayed out here an extra day for day 3, it would probably be worth it. But it's one of those situations where I look at it and it's like, well, it sucks because it's been kind of dead lately. But I think we're gonna have to sit it out. Because I also want to make sure this thing is functioning fully here, because I do want to get it back out to Colorado. They've actually, up in the mountains where we went last time, they've been getting hailstorms up there, believe it or not, at the high elevation. So, I mean, there's honestly a small potential here that if the pattern keeps up the way it has, that we could end up chasing a storm literally in the backcountry at like 13,000 feet, which would be just nuts. But it is entirely possible. But plans for the rest of the month. This is probably going to be the last stream for August. Again, we're going to keep going for a few hours here, it looks like. But I'm going to pass up that gas station. We just hit a half a tank, so we're actually doing better than I thought we were. But we're going to let... it looks like this week's going to be a bit of a wash. So, day 3, probably nothing. Tomorrow, probably nothing. The good stuff tomorrow, so to speak, is probably going to be too far east anyway. But, day 3, whatever. That takes us to, let's see, Wednesday. I know there was some talk maybe Friday, at least by the SPC, that maybe on Friday there could be an area of interest somewhere. I haven't looked into that, but maybe. But I think that next week or the week after it'll start getting a little busy. And if it doesn't, we're going to find some sort of an adventure here to do, I guess. Because we got to have something to do. We cannot sit. It has been too quiet. But if you are new here, folks, please consider subscribing to the channel. It is a free and easy way to help us out. You can also become a channel member if you would like. Channel members do get daily, well, almost daily updates. It's a good way to support the channel. You can also find information at seethestorm.net. It's pinned in the YouTube description. Or the YouTube chat. Will be pinned there in a minute. I don't know how I messed that up. But yeah, tropical weather hurricane season kind of went to bed on us here. It'll probably wake back up again. I see there's an area of interest out there in the Atlantic. Not saying that's going to become anything, but we're gonna probably have another tropical storm or hurricane or two here. Actually, I see that warning out ahead of us to the east that was weird looking, but I think must be a Weather Service boundary area there because they just put that new box. Yeah, I saw that. I was wondering what the deal was with that. This might be coming into Sioux City at some point here.
Animals outdoors will be injured. Expect hail damage to roofs, siding, windows, and vehicles. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. This severe thunderstorm will be near Concord and Dixon in Dixon County around 7:05 p.m. Allen around 7:10 p.m. Other locations in the path of a severe thunderstorm include Emerson and Hubbard. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued until 7:45 p.m. for the following counties: Dixon, Nebraska.
1 hour and 10 minutes.
The National Weather Service has issued severe thunderstorm watch number 652, effective until 11 p.m. This watch includes the following counties in Nebraska: Antelope, Cedar, Dixon, Knox, Pierce, Thurston, and Wayne. Remember, a severe thunderstorm watch means the conditions are favorable for the development of severe weather, including large hail and damaging winds in and close to the watch area. While severe weather may not be imminent, persons should remain alert for rapidly changing weather conditions and listen for later statements and possible warnings. Stay tuned to NOAA Weather Radio, broadcast radio and television outlets, or internet sources for the latest severe weather information.
City that hitting dry 55 feet now with a severe
People
oriented GPS 15.
For the following counties, Nebraska,
Should head very confusing. And current vital signs, I have a heart rate of 383. Vital sign is blood pressure 137 over 111. And she is 95% on real air. And we will be there in about 15 minutes. 1 5.
The National Weather Service in Omaha has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for north central Wayne County in northeastern Nebraska, southeastern Cedar County in northeastern Nebraska until 7:45 p.m. At 7:04 p.m., a severe thunderstorm was located 5 miles northeast of Carroll or 6 miles northwest of Wayne, moving east at 25 miles per hour. Expected hazards include ping-pong ball-size hail and 60 miles per hour wind gusts. This is a radar-indicated threat. Impact, people and animals outdoors will be injured. Expect hail damage to roofs, siding, windows, and vehicles. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. This severe thunderstorm will remain over mainly rural areas of north central Wayne and southeastern Cedar counties. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued until 7:45 p.m. for the following counties in Nebraska, Cedar, and Wayne. The National Weather Service in Sioux Falls has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for western Dakota County in northeastern Nebraska, southwestern Dixon County in northeastern Nebraska.
Oh, what that's blurred.
National Weather Service. Severe thunderstorm warning in effect for this area until 7:15 p.m. Central Daylight Saving Time for destructive softball-size hail. Take shelter in a sturdy building, away from windows. People and animals outdoors will be severely injured.
Thanks, Dark Girl 75 for your super chat. Appreciate the super chatters, channel members, PayPal folks. It's been a really bad month for us, breakdown wise. So appreciate you guys for helping make things a little bit more manageable.
For your protection, to an interior room on the lowest floor of the building. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued until 7:45 p.m. for the following counties: Dixon, Nebraska. The National Weather Service in Omaha has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for northwestern Pierce County in northeastern Nebraska, northeastern Antelope County in northeastern Nebraska.
Well, there is a stop sign there. The sun was so bright on it, barely could see the damn thing.
At 6:36 p.m., a severe thunderstorm was located 6
Oh, this is 81. Oh, shit, I know right where we are now.
21 miles north of Waelti, moving east at 25
You could go
miles
south on
per
81 and end up down by York.
Hazards include 60 miles per hour.
Or we could go straight north and go to Yankton.
This is a radar indicated
Pass.
Impact. Hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs.
Last time I came through here, somebody wrecked my truck like an hour later.
Thunderstorm will be near.
Literally, I remember stopping at that intersection. I remember exactly where I'm at.
Severe thunderstorm warning for northwestern Wayne and southeastern Cedar counties will expire at 7:15 p.m. The severe thunderstorm which prompted the warning has a new severe warning in effect. Therefore, this warning will be allowed to expire. A severe thunderstorm watch remains in effect until 11 p.m. for northeastern Nebraska. To report severe weather, contact your nearest law enforcement agency. They will relay your report to the National Weather Service Omaha. Repeating, the severe thunderstorm warning has been allowed to expire for the following counties in Nebraska, Cedar and Wayne. The National Weather Service in Omaha has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for northwestern Pierce County in northeastern Nebraska.
So we just came through the we're coming through the Randolph area, and we'll continue east with this for a little while. I see no reason not to.
At 6:36 p.m., a severe thunderstorm was located 6 miles southwest of Winnipeg, 21 miles north of.
But yeah, I would love to spend some more time out here on the high plains. Well, this isn't the high plains, but some more time out there, like eastern Colorado soon. It looks like eastern Colorado, West Kansas, West Nebraska, northeast New Mexico. Looks like it'll probably happen sometime soon. Usually this time of year, we're out there quite a bit. Just haven't been lately. Yeah, we'll get through winter and get back out there. But I do like, once we get to late, September, and then we have October, November, December, January, February. Spend a lot of time down there in southern Mississippi, southern Louisiana, southern Alabama, Florida Panhandle, southwest Georgia. Spend a lot of time down there, and I really do like it down there a lot. You get to spend a lot of time with storms on the beach, which is always exciting. And we're getting into that time of the year. We're just going to start moving our way back down there. All right, this is Randolph here. I could get gas, but we're not. We're all right. I thought we were going to run out a lot quicker than we are. I'm used to driving the old Tahoe from that 7-week period where we had to do that. Just not used to, because this thing gets a hell of a lot better gas mileage. We get at least 18.5 on this thing, whereas the other one gets like freaking 15. And that 3.5 miles a gallon minimum makes a huge difference when you're filling up like 4 times a day. Well, 3 times a day sometimes. You notice it in the price, but you also notice it in how far you can drive. I can get about an extra 75 miles out of the tank on this thing than I can the other one. Same size tank. Kind of. Almost same size. Yeah, it's getting later in the year, and you know, we kind of have to start getting ready to say goodbye to the planes, which sucks. But I always see these really heartfelt posts on like Twitter and Facebook from storm chasers, and I am not making fun at all. I think this is an observation and commentary. This is not making fun of or anything like that. I'm talking to you, Reddit. But I always see these heartfelt posts where everybody's like, oh, the planes are done. Oh no. It's like, well, yeah, but folks, it's a revolving door. We're going to be back out in the planes in 5 months. Like, well, 6 months. Like, you know, it's just a cycle. It's not like we get one hit and then we don't get back out there for 10 years. Like, we're going to be back out. We'll start, you know, being out in the planes come March. And then more so toward the end of April through, you know, May, June, July again. But the rest of the year, you know, from now until December, we'll probably be back out in the plains a few times to get these late season plains events. We're going to start being down in the I-10 region, down by the coast a lot, though. But I tell you what, you get some really pretty storms out, you know, offshore from the beaches, and you can pretty much just go sit your lawn chair up and live stream from your lawn chair for hours with the storms right along the beach. So kind of look forward to that. It is kind of sad when this time of the year rolls around because winter sucks. I hate winter. I have horrible like seasonal depression and stuff. I just October through March, at least where I live, it's horrible. But the good news is when we do go out to chase storms, unless it's a snowstorm, like if we go down to, you know, Pensacola, Florida for a tornado risk or flood risk or something in January, well, it's Pensacola. It's not freaking cold, depressing winter. It's like 75 and sunny, unless it's storming. So that's kind of the advantage of that. But we're gaining some traction here on this storm. Not super impressed on it, though. Yeah, I do look forward to snowstorms a little bit. I like the snowstorms. I don't like the associated cold. What I think is ideal is when you get a snowstorm followed by some sort of severe weather somewhere, so you get the opportunity to go and be back in the warmth. Which honestly happens quite often, because usually a system that triggers a snowstorm is triggering some sort of severe event. Storm is warned for 2-inch hail. Again, I'm not super impressed with this thing, but we're going to see what it's got. We've been all over the damn country, though, in the past few weeks. You know, with vehicle breakdowns and stuff. All sorts of back and forth. That's okay. One thing I am disappointed about this year, and I'm honestly disappointed, I haven't set foot in New Mexico since October. It was like it was the end of October, maybe October 28th or something. We did chase out there last October. Haven't been to eastern New Mexico at all this year. That's rare. This is the first time in like 6 years that I've gone longer than 6 months without being in New Mexico for something. Just really strange weather patterns we had this year kind of kept us out of that southwest, desert, high plain, high desert area, which is disappointing because East New Mexico, West Texas is really good for storm chasing. You're out in the middle of nowhere. It's really pretty. But that's all right. Maybe next year it'll be busy out there. It's a very strange, severe weather year so far, in my opinion. We've had a lot of Nebraska. Kind of been the year of the Midwest. But we did have our fair share of Texas, though, West Texas. We should have had more. Speaking by climate statistics, we should have had more chases in West Texas, like Midland, Odessa, Fort Stockton, even farther west like Alpine, Lubbock, Amarillo. We should have had more West Texas and Texas Panhandle chases. I'm surprised we didn't. Usually you're out there, usually that's where I spend most of my time, honestly, late April, May, June. But we had plenty of outings there in West Texas. Spent a lot of time in Abilene. It was overall, and I shouldn't be talking like the year is over because it's not. But peak season is gone. There really is no off season. It's just there's a peak season, kind of a little bit like an average season, and then there's kind of a slower season. And we're kind of in that average season right now, but September will probably be our slow season, and then November it starts picking back up a little bit, because November we start getting down into the southeast a little bit again usually, so usually some Louisiana, Mississippi events, East Texas, so. But it was a good year. Peak season anyway was good for chasing, but it was so busy it was tough to enjoy it. Normally, it's very unusual that we had day after day after day after day of chasing. Normally there's some breaks in there for a day or two, and there's a lot of driving, so it was really tough to kind of slow down and enjoy. Because honestly, half of the fun about doing this is being traveling, and normally you can say, all right, well, tomorrow's a down day, so I'll just get an extra night at the hotel and go walk around at the mall or find somewhere cool to go walk around or explore or whatever. Didn't have that this year. It was just non-stop going, which was good for business, but kind of sucked for recreation part of this, but it was still enjoyable. A lot of driving. Multiple trees down and numerous power outages just west of the storm is still severe warned. Closing in on it here. It did get a little bit ahead of us. This is the first enhanced risk we've had in a while that we've chased. In a while. So you want to hear about the fight I had with IHG? Alright, why not? So, I I found out I had a kind of a burner account with IHG when I first started. Long ago, a year and a half ago, I would just book everything through Hotels.com, and then Hotels.com went to dog shit. So I started booking direct again. When I started booking direct, I had a burner account with IHG that I forgot I had, and something happened, and I guess I scrapped it. So I had 8,000 points in that burner account, and I found it out last night. I'm like, well, son of a bitch, I need those points put in my main account because I'm a cheap ass. And I called IHG, and I'm like, so how do I transfer? And they're like, well, you can gift them to yourself. And I'm like, okay. Well, how do I gift them? It's like, well, you need to have the person sign into their IHG account and this and that. And there's a form you fill out, and they can gift you points. And I'm like, well, fantastic. I would love to be gifted points by myself. And I'm like, all right, well, I am the other account. She's like, well, it's against our policy to have more than one account. I'm like, yeah, awesome. I guess get the handcuffs and take me to jail. I broke your policy. And I had to fight with her for like 30 minutes because she's like, well, they're ineligible for transfer because you can only have one account. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, lady, give me the points. They transferred the points, but it was like it was a big deal. So I found out you can gift points. If there's anybody in the audience that would like me to gift them points, it's not happening. Those things are sacred. You seen the prices of hotels these days? Holy smokes. Ridiculous. It honestly is ridiculous. Because it's not just what I would call the average business class hotels like Hampton Inn, Holiday Inn Express, Fairfield, Staybridge, Home 2, True. It's not these like business casual, like corporate type hotels that are expensive. You go look at these Super 8s. These Super 8s are $150 for a pile of crap that probably has a cockroach and bed bugs, or tries to kill you. The Super 8, and was it Sioux Falls? They tried to kill our good friend Daniel. The lamp tried to electrocute him. So, it's amazing how expensive lodging has gotten. And I don't know what has driven up the prices. Somebody's like, oh, it's inflation. Well, yeah, but inflation didn't happen this year. It's been happening for years. It's just the past 3 months, hotels have gone up 15 to 25% for some stupid reason. And I think a lot of it, too, is these local municipalities. They have, their hotel tax and all that. But some of them have just gotten, we'll keep right, some of them have kind of gotten just stupid expensive. Actually, no, I might want to stay on 20. Hold on, I need the GPS.
1925.
Come on. Alright, well, you piece of shit. Alright, it does want me to take. I will stay on 20.
Turn left, then turn
Starting
right.
getting nervous there. It wasn't loading. I needed that information. But, yeah, folks, I might actually end up switching back to IHG.
Turn right.
I know you've probably never thought you'd hear me say that, but I'm a Diamond member at Hilton. I've got 120 nights in this year. I'll be a Diamond member through 2025. I got plenty of time to get my nights in next year. But temporarily, I've kind of switched to IHG because they've been running their points promotion. You get 3,000 points every second night that you stay. So that's 1,500 extra points a night. And honestly, folks, that's a big deal because when it's 40,000 points for a free night, and you're getting an extra 1,500 points on average a night, that stuff's adding up really quick, and it's making it a lot more affordable out here. But I tell you what, I got used to the cinnamon rolls again, and the cinnamon rolls were really good this morning. So I really need somebody from Hilton Corporate to get on cinnamon rolls. We need to get cinnamon rolls at the Hampton Inn badly. I'm really disappointed, though, with the Hampton Inn breakfast. I don't know if any of you frequent hotel goers, but the Hampton Inn breakfast sucks anymore. I mean, it's okay. It's hit or miss. It's not very consistent, but it used to be 3-4 years ago. Well, I shouldn't say that because 3-4 years ago was COVID. It used to prior to COVID, before COVID, it was usually pretty good. You know, you'd have your bad ones here and there, but it was usually pretty good everywhere you went. But now it's like, the last one that I was at, they had the waffle machine and they had scrambled eggs from like last year. Like, the scrambled eggs looked like they were in the pan when Bush was president. And I'm not talking about the second Bush, I mean the first Bush. So, it was really bad. And Holiday Inn Express, what sucks is sometimes they put the breakfast away at 9. It depends on the hotel. But I tell you what, you can't beat their freaking bacon. The little, like, cheese omelets are really good, and 6 out of 10 times the cinnamon rolls are good. So it's kind of like, yeah, you got your trade-offs there. Oh my God, this storm just shriveled up and died. Look at it on Radar Omega. It literally just shriveled up and died. Look at that. In 3 radar scans. Watch this. Boom! There, it's gone. What the hell? Well, that thing literally shit the bed, so. Well, I'll keep streaming. God damn it, shut up. I'll keep streaming for a little bit here. Just in case it reinvigorates. But, yeah. That's why I'm really picky about hotels. Like, there's a bunch of little twerps on Reddit right now that are trying to calculate. They're trying to calculate how much they think I make, because they think that I make like $55,000 a week and stick it in my pocket. And they're like, oh, he stays at these fancy hotels that are like $150 a night. Okay, well, first of all, the Holiday Inn Express, the Holiday Inn, the Staybridge, you know, the Hampton Inn, these are not what I would call fancy hotels. These are what I would call good, clean, business type hotels. Yeah, sometimes they are $150 a night. Find me a hotel that ain't these days, you know. But when you stay at these hotels for you stay a lot at these hotels, and you get reward status. Like, I'm Diamond member at Hilton and IHG and even Best Western, so I get double points. So, like, last night I got, what, 1,900 points for staying at the Holiday Inn Express last night, plus 500 points just for showing up because I'm a Diamond member. So we're up to what? Let's just say 2,300-ish points. That's 2,300 points, and then I'm getting that bonus. That's 1,500 on top of it. So that's 3,800 points. So let's say a free night is 38,000 points. Well, you can see how this adds up quick. Plus, you can also bargain with them a little bit. Like, if the room is really expensive, like if it's a $150 room, I have no problem walking in and going to the front desk and being like, hey, like, can I get it cheaper? And honestly, folks, I'm not kidding. 9 times out of 10, they will give it to you for the government rate, which sometimes is not any cheaper. But because they set aside so many of these government rates for the government employees per night, which I'll flat out tell you guys, I got it last night. The government rate was $87. The room was $130. So I walk in and they're like, oh, thanks for being a Diamond member. And I'm like, yeah, is there any way I can get this cheaper? Because I'm broke. That's literally what I said. And they're like, oh, yeah, type. Yeah, we'll give you the government rate. Okay. So it ended up being an after tax like $94 or something like that. You know, so there's no shame in asking. Because when you've stayed 100 nights in a hotel, they will bend over backwards for you. And if, you know, there's a rainbow. They set aside so many of these nights, and if they haven't filled up, but if it's later at night, usually they'll just give you the cheaper rate if you ask. So I just ask, and they're usually willing to bend over backwards. Try that somewhere where you're not a rewards member or whatever with a status. You're probably not going to happen, but IHG has been very accommodating with that. I almost never pay full price for the room just by asking. Or they'll just give you some bogus corporate rate for $15 off, but you just ask, guys. Oh, you're a Diamond member, sure, you know. So I've actually had them comp the room completely over stupid problems. I was missing a hairdryer. And guys, I don't have much hair. Like, my hair is like 1/4 of an inch long on my head, you know. There's not much there. I don't need a hairdryer. But I'm a big fat baby. Like, when I get out of the shower, I want it to be warm. So you're damn right I warm up the bathroom with the hairdryer while I'm showering. Well, there was no hairdryer a couple nights ago at the Holiday Inn Express. So I walked up to the front desk. I'm like, hey, can I get a hairdryer? Oh, I'm so sorry. You don't have a hairdryer in your room? I'm like, no. And the front desk was like, well, I actually don't know where the hairdryers are. Do you want a different room? And I'm like, no, it's not that big of a deal. And the guy's just like, I'll just comp the room. I'm like, okay. So just by saying I needed a hairdryer, they comp the room. Whatever. Like, that's the key with these hotels. Like, you have to ask. And I actually got, it was the Holiday Inn in, what town is that? Let me look.
Did you see there's officially a lemon?
It's either Jamestown or Fargo, North Dakota. I forgot which one. But it was after that crappy blizzard last year, if you want to even call it that, in like October. And I was just joking around with the girl at the front desk. And she's like, oh, what brings you to town? And I'm just like, oh, business. Whatever. And she's like, okay. Well, thanks for being a Diamond member or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, sure. Like, so what does that get me? I'm like, can I get the room for free? And she's like, oh, since you asked. And I'm like, oh, well, I was kind of joking. And, like, she legit comped the room. Like, okay. It's like, folks, there is no shame in asking. If they don't want to give you a discount, if they can't afford to give you a discount, they won't. If they want to comp the room, I don't give a shit. Give me the room. Nothing wrong with that. But I will tell you, though, Hilton's customer service is leaps and bounds ahead of anything IHG. That's for sure. So yeah, that's the story of hotels. And a rainbow. You know, in reality, at the end of the month, I don't spend that much on hotels because a lot of it's comped or spent with rewards points. No, I've never seen a bed bug in my life, ever. But I also don't stay at shitty hotels. Like, that's why I won't stay at shitty hotels. But I've never seen a bed bug in my life. I want to keep it that way. But you stay at these, like, reputable hotels, like a Holiday Inn, Holiday Inn Express. Basically anything Hilton, anything IHG, anything Marriott, I would highly doubt you would ever find that because they actually clean shit. If you go stay at the Comfort Suites, the Quality Inn, and I apologize anybody that works in any of those places, but those hotels are absolutely freaking disgusting. At least the ones I've seen. And the Comfort Suites is supposed to be like Choice Hotels is like top of the line.
It appears to be a large tornado ongoing northwest of New Ulm, Minnesota. We were literally there. I did not see that.
That's where you get the bed bugs. Like these better ones, they actually clean stuff. So.
They posted it earlier. They posted it now. Posted it an hour ago.
Can't beat the DoubleTrees though with the cookies. I think I really pissed the customer service at the counter off when it comes to DoubleTree, because they pretty much just give you the giant warm chocolate chip cookies, and I honestly think I piss them off because I will literally just keep going back to the front desk and asking for a cookie. And I really think I get on their nerves. Like, there was one night where I went up to the front desk probably 7 times. After the 3rd time, the guy literally just like would get a cookie out of the drawer and just hand it to me as I was walking up. And I really appreciated that. Because it's really important to get your cookie. Just saying. rainbow, but I think everybody's probably sick of riding sideways. What is the magic of DoubleTree cookies? It's a free cookie. What more do you want? I say that kindly. I know it sounds harsh, but that's about all it is. There's really nothing special about it. It's just a cookie, and it doesn't cost anything.
Somebody just stopped at the first gas station.
That storm's done. It's gone. Crapped out. Oh well. We killed it. '26th already, holy smokes. Yeah, we may be streaming like Friday or Saturday though. I get, when I read the SPC, they were mentioning maybe something toward the end of the week. We got that going for us. Maybe. Use pools, yeah, hot tub all the time. Yeah, the hotel doesn't have a hot tub. It really sucks. Thanks, Purple Flurple. What kind of username is that? Appreciate your super chat. I don't know where you got your username. It's not that bad. I'm just making fun. But I really appreciate the super chat. It goes for all you folks. Guys, I don't know what to do. I think we're that was kind of it. I guess I don't know what to do at this point. Other than just sit here. I think that's probably gonna have to be it. I mean, we're literally, I've run out of things to do. Probably need to get out of here though. Thought about just getting a hotel in Sioux City, but I really need to get moving probably. We're kind of in the middle of nothing here. There's like no reason to be out here. We don't have anything coming. I really don't think tomorrow's going to end up being much for us here. I think the better chasing tomorrow is going to be way farther east. I think. Frank, thank you for your super chat as well. Could actually take Highway 20 all the way across Iowa to go home even. Alright, well, I guess that'll probably be about it, folks. I don't know what else to do. Ran out of storms to chase. They died. They kind of crapped out a little bit quicker than expected. Even the line of storms that's back there in like south central South Dakota doesn't look that terribly robust. It doesn't look like anything worth backtracking that far for. So it wasn't a bust. It was just kind of, it's like everything was a little bit on the low end of potential. There's nothing really reached full potential today. I'm out. That's about it. So I appreciate everybody who came in with super chats here. My chat went down, so again. But everybody who's left, I don't know who's left, but whoever's left, thanks for sticking around so far. Sorry it was kind of a not super eventful day, but at least we were out here. It was definitely not a total bust. I think that's going to be about it. But thanks for joining, and see you on the next one. I guess the next one's probably maybe Friday, Saturday, maybe. It's just too far out time-wise to really know. But I know the only thing I'm going off is SPC and maybe mention something, maybe. But it wouldn't be anything big, I don't think. And I haven't looked for myself either. Have a good night, everybody. See you at some point. Take care and have a good night.